The trouble with schools is they always try to teach the wrong lesson.
Linda, you're wonderful.
She saw the simp jump out of him and got the ick. I don't even blame her.
Are you coming?
No, she's not. I have my popcorn ready. It's also wicked popcorn, just thought I'd point out. I have my drink ready. I have my tissues ready. I have my green ready. Basically, I'm ready. We're gonna go through the emotional trauma that is Wicked, the movie. I'm very excited to watch this together. This is the first movie I want to come back with in 2025, so let's get into this. Also, I hope you're all doing well. I hope you all had a lovely holiday, and I hope you have a really great new year. Well, that you had one, because it's been a hot second. Anyway, here we go, bippity boppity boo. I am dreading the thought that I'm gonna be holding this mic for like 3 hours, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. First world problems.
According to the Time Dragon clock, the melting occurred at the 13th hour.
Because I've seen Ariana Grande at SNL, the way she does this intro just reminds me of when she speaks on SNL, like when she does her impressions. I don't know. Don't come for me with that. I'm not saying she isn't good as Glinda. I like her as Glinda. But it reminds me of that quite a bit. And I can't be the only one. See, I really hope they don't end up just making a big deal about Dorothy in the next movie. Like, I want this movie to still be about Alphabet and Glinda. I don't really care about Dorothy. She's got her own movie, you know? Let her be. I just kind of want to see the back of her head. Like, Tom and Jerry kind of style. Where we don't really see their faces. All these little haters, they can go away. But it does slap. This song slaps. It may be a hater's anthem. But what can I say? It's good. Ooh, she really served vocals with this movie. Like, I didn't doubt Ariana Grande for 1 second. I knew this woman could sing, okay? There was no doubt in my mind about her abilities. Some of you haters out there, though.
The Wicked Witch of the West is
Dead! Absolute haters. They all deserve to shrivel and die. Mm. Yes, work that jaw. Not in that way. Please don't take that out of context. But you know what I mean? She sings with her jaw. I've heard it's not good technique, but what do I know? You know? These villagers had no sympathy. Like, you didn't let Glinda finish her sentence and you're like, no one mourns the wicked. These villagers were haters through and through. Oh, this is such angelic vocals. I was blown away though by this movie when I saw it because I didn't know what to expect, but I didn't expect it to be this good.
Are people born wicked? Or
Do they have wickedness thrust upon them?
Take it away!
Bro, take him away. I cannot stand this man on my screen. We're gonna have to see him in part 2 as well. Ooh.
Now, you want to see something amazing?
1,000 hearts melted. If your heart didn't melt when she went, yeah, then you're cold as stone and you need to go to therapy. Oh, the footsteps, yes! Why don't they have the footsteps in the actual soundtrack on Spotify though? That's one thing I have to pick apart with this movie, is that. Put the footsteps in the soundtrack, I'm begging, give me a version of that.
They are gonna miss me so much.
My parents don't even know I left.
I hear this agitating.
Every time I see him, it's not even his fault, but all I can think about is SpongeBob. Well, I guess it is kind of his fault. All I can see is SpongeBob, all I can hear is SpongeBob, and it grates my ears. I don't even have any sympathy for this man. Talking of grating things, this man, yet again. I forgot he was in this at the beginning so much. Criminal.
Something bad?
Whoa, how did that come across?
I don't see colors.
His comment, I don't even see colour. That gave me a giggle in the cinema. Everyone had a little giggle at that because we were like, oh, That is so spot on with what so many people say.
Mother's jeweled shoes.
I can't honestly put Nessa Rose in them immediately.
I thought this was a classy party.
And these are your dormitory designations?
Another person I cannot stand. There's so many people I cannot stand in this movie. I didn't remember this. Like, she can choke on a grape, for all I care. Or a fly.
To help her. Well, she doesn't need your help.
Stop, I just need to find my room.
I'll bring you there, my...
This part, I know it's a very serious moment in the theatre show and in the movie, but it just felt so dramatic and like it escalated so quickly that I couldn't almost take it seriously. I feel like it works better in the theatre this moment, but here I was just like, girlie, we went from 0 to 100 in 5 seconds. I just realised that her doing that broke the wizard's figure on the statue thing and actually revealed the animals and how they were covered up. That is powerful because she's the one as well who wants to bring about animal rights again.
Yes. That was me.
She's actually such a nasty bitch.
Alphabet.
She just found her victim.
Something is very wrong.
Is it 'cause she didn't get her
I
way?
didn't get my way.
I love how sincere that is to her character though. Good. When my granny tries to sing. I'll just say this now before I forget. This song, in hindsight, is so tragic. The first time I saw it in the theatre, I didn't pick up on it. And even when I listened to Ariana Grande sing it, like years and years ago, for the Wicked celebration or whatever, I did not notice it. It is so depressing. Like, she predicts everything, but it's just not the way she thinks it's gonna go. She thinks it's gonna be more like, yippee me, ooh ooh. But no, it's like, boo. It's like, death! It's like, yes, they're gonna cheer for you, but because you're dead. Oh, see what I'm saying? Oh, it's so hazy, girly, you don't even realise. Full body chills. Pain. Like, you can't be doing these vocals when you're talking about something so sad right now. I would inject those vocals into my bloodstream. Like, the power?
You know what I mean?
Also, one thing I will say, like, the British public is so hard to make laugh in the cinema, but people were laughing at a lot of Ariana Grande's acting in this, and that's how I know it was good, because you made the British public laugh in cinema, in a real space, together. Doesn't happen often.
So I'll just tell you.
I love this moment. Oh, I love the split screen. Oh, this is such a pretty shot of the both of them. It felt like a real movie.
It feels like a movie.
Oh, this bit got so many laughs in the cinema. Blonde.
What is this feeling so sudden and new?
It's a gay awakening.
It's so pure, so strong.
Their harmonies in this movie though as well, like, they really went off. Like, talk about a chemistry pairing, but with vocals, because this is them. I sometimes forget how fast-paced the beginning of this movie is as well, though. Like, this whole first maybe hour moves really fast. I do think there's a slow point to this movie, like nearer the halfway mark, and we'll talk about it when we get there. But the beginning, like, is extremely strong.
Miss Linda.
Oh, actually,
Despite her being so annoying in this moment, her hair looks wonderful. To the hairstylist, I wish she'd do her hair more like this more often.
well, it seems the artichoke is steamed.
I don't get that joke. Am I dumb? Is it just everyone's laughing because they all agree with Glinda even though they don't even know what she's on about as well? Because I don't know what she's on about. I don't get that joke. I never have. I've seen this movie like 4 times now. I don't get the joke.
When people are hungry and angry, well, then they begin to look for...
Someone to blame.
Quite right, Miss Elphaba.
I feel this movie gets it so spot on though, like how the media is like really powerful and is able to manipulate how we think about certain maybe subjects in media. Like how easy it is to construct a narrative to make you hate someone or think that someone's an absolute villain, even though they probably aren't.
Linda, and I don't see why you can't just teach us history instead of always harping on the past.
Oh. If someone was the actual embodiment of missing the point, it's her.
For instance, if we examine this timeline...
No! No! Did we ever find out who wrote that? Like, I have vague memories from the the theatre show.
Miss Elphaba, please. Go and join your friends.
It's alright.
She has done. Loser. Joking, I'm an Elphaba supporter, don't get it twisted. I will bully her, but in solidarity.
What? You wish what? I wish there was something I could do, because no one...
Guys, she's super sailing. She's super sailing. Oh, she might go super.
And keep...
She's super saiyaned. Honestly though, she's a little stalker. She went out here and followed her teacher home. Imagine you followed your own teacher home. You'd get a police report against you. I'm not wrong. They'd be like, hey, why were you following me home? It's a very valid thing.
Find if you make it discouraging enough, you can keep anyone silent.
Bars! Bars! And not like the sheep going bar, but bars as in... Penn was on fire with that line. If you make it discouraging enough, you can keep anyone silent. Lives were changed.
Nothing all that bad. Nothing truly bad.
If you laughed during that moment in the cinema, jail, go to prison. We're playing Monopoly. You're in prison. It just tells me if people laughed at that point, they just missed the whole point of what they were just talking about and how severe it was. Like, if you could laugh during that moment had my heart drop out my arse when I was in the theatre. I was like, damn, they've got him. I was like, no. If you're laughing at that, get help. Or leave this chat right now, immediately. You're booted. You've been banned from the server. Oh, here we go. The only good thing that came out of her stalking him, though, was bumping into Jonathan Bailey. My friends from uni actually saw him in London. They didn't meet him, but they saw him in the streets. He was in the streets.
See her.
Yeah, neither did I.
The way he jumps off. Criminal. That should not be allowed to be that cool. Like, eviscerate me.
Is this how you go through life? Just running amok and trampling anyone in your path?
No, sometimes I'm asleep.
They need to cast Jonathan Bailey in everything. Put him in a rom-com, please. I'm begging you.
Enroll here often?
Could I ask you?
Anything. Anything you want.
Just to move out the way.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, I've got full body chills. It's the Jonathan Bailey effect. I can't blame anyone for acting as stupidly as they do around him, because it feels so realistic. They need to forklift me straight to dancing through life now. I love that sequence. Filled with serotonin. I love as well that this was all practical sets. Like the fact this was a practical set, not CGI. That library thing, just the whole of it, basically all of this was practical sets. Finally, filmmaking is back. I feel like they need to do that a lot more, because ever since that Lord of the Rings man had a breakdown because he was acting against all green screens, bring back practical sets. People prefer it.
Right. Yeah.
Ew, sorry. I'm a hater. Get SpongeBob off my screen.
Backwoodsman.
He's only SpongeBob to me. Just his voice, his aura. I'm sure he did an amazing SpongeBob. I'm certain of it, actually. But do I need his energy? No. I don't.
The trouble with schools is they always try to teach the wrong lesson. Dancing through life.
I'd let him step on me like I'm one of those books.
Nothing matters, but knowing nothing matters.
So depressing.
The woman was too stunned to speak.
Here we go, here we go.
The prettiest girl, if not the world. 'Cause 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 'cause
homeboy's gonna like get it.
We'll keep dancing
His growls on those words and the way he sings that whole verse, they couldn't have done it better. I think that was perfectly executed.
I've got many. I cry a lot.
Look, people hate on me when I call characters simps, but if anyone's a simp, it's Bok. Everyone knows it's not even an like, you can't get angry at me for this. This man is a simp through and through. There is no other explanation. If we were to look up simp in the dictionary, his name would be there. It would say Bok.
I would do anything for you.
Number one simp. And also, I'm sorry, but anytime these two were singing, I just couldn't be arsed. I was not fussed. Like, to me, their parts dragged a bit. It dragged for me when them two had to sing together.
We deserve each other.
Me and Bok. That dress is just mythical. That is such a beautiful dress.
Well, because everyone will be there. And don't tell me you have nothing to wear.
You can wear this. And then Alphabet was so happy to wear that to the dance. It's criminal how she was then bullied for it. Okay, here we go. More footwork, more foot sounds. Oh.
Listen, Nessa. Yes. Nessa.
Like, he sounds so SpongeBob here, and I know you can hear it because once you know he's SpongeBob in the musical, you can't unhear it. He just always sounds like SpongeBob. The close-up on the shoes, they know what they were doing. I love when movies do things like that though, because for someone who doesn't know the story of Wicked, they'll probably revisit this and be like, oh, damn. For anyone who thinks this moment goes on too long, no it doesn't. I would defend it to my grave. I feel like this is such a defining moment that it has to go on long, although to me it's the perfect amount of time. Ooh. Bro, my throat was burning during this scene because I was crying so bad. This is so awful and so sad and so tragic. Like, she looks so pure. And Nessa Rose, you hate her. Not even standing up for your own sister. She deserves what's coming. I think this moment as well really captures like the beauty of female friendships when they come together. I think it's a really beautiful moment to show acceptance and like someone finally seeing you for you. I thought this scene does it so well, like especially someone who's been so judged for so long and so outcast, to finally have this moment of acceptance with someone seeing her and joining her, and oh, it's beautiful. I think anyone who criticizes this scene just does not relate enough or does not see how beautiful it is. This is so beautiful. This shot, oh. Oh, I love that scene so much. That scene's always going to mean so much to me, and obviously to so many other people it's going to mean so much as well. Oh, they capture such a powerful moment there. These two deserve to be crying in every single interview. After I saw this in the cinema, I was like, you know what? They had every right to be crying at those interviews.
Your pillow? Please, what is this? I want to know. No, give it back, please. Give it back. Seriously? Give it back.
Give it back. Sorry. Like, it's serious. My bad.
Well, that's not fair. I told you a really good one.
I love that moment both in the theatre and in the movie. I think Ariana Grande does it really well.
Alfie, now that we're friends.
This is so iconic. Popular will always be famous, and Ariana Grande's like 2015 rendition of it will always be famous.
Never mind.
Oh, that's how people react when I take my glasses off. It's so mean.
I know about popular.
Her energy as Glinda was unmatched though, because she really put her whole Ariana Usi into this. You cannot take this away from her.
Well, actually, don't make me laugh. They were
Popular.
right.
That part is so famous. I love all the people's like TikTok interpretations of that. And I love as well how she said herself, like Ariana Grande, that she doesn't even remember doing that right so aggressively, but it was on the day when they were filming. This gives Gaston. I love the way the pink lights come glowing in there. That was masterfully done. But this set also gives No Tears Left to Cry. Again, look, her energy is unmatched. Like, she was explosive with energy in this movie.
Animals are no longer permitted to teach.
What?
It's all right, Miss Alphabet. I'll be all right.
And then they come in and take his ass so viciously. This was not needed. They were so annoying. Like, go away. Get a hobby. This is not the job you need. Like, it's lame. This is pathetic.
That's quite enough. Miss Alphabet?
Oh, this woman really ruffles my feathers. Oh, if I could remove someone from this universe, it'd be her.
If it's so good, why is he trembling?
Exactly. Alphabet, speak on it.
He's just happy to be here.
It's like such bullshit. It's like so rubbish. I wish when she does her little mystical wishy woo here right now, I wish this euthanized that man. Also, I would like to know why everyone but Fiyero got affected. I get it, it's Jonathan Bailey, but why? But what was it? Is it just the vibes are immaculate? She wanted to get him alone? Because, girlie, if that was my crush, same. I'd do the same. Can't really blame her.
Fiyero, what are you doing?
That's a real man. Didn't even hesitate. He went straight to save that cub. Was not a moment there for thought. He just went, I'm on a mission. I would give it all up for him. Okay, maybe this movie doesn't drag. Remember I said I was going to talk about the part that drags? Perhaps I was wrong. Perhaps I was misremembering.
You think I want to care this much?
I mean...
I know that my life would be much easier if I didn't care, but...
Do you ever let anyone else talk?
Granted, pause. I think it'd be better if we lived in this kind of world where men speak less. Like, yes, Elphaba, shut him up. It is Fiyero at the end of the day. I love Fiyero. But again, still a man. So girly. Yap as much as you want. But can I just say one more thing? Ooh, my legs would be crumpled if he looked at me like that. There would not be a chance. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Brother, he zoomed. Like, how did he get away that quickly? Like, how tall is he that he's covering this much distance in 2 seconds?
He could be that boy, but I'm not that.
Me singing this because every crush I ever had never liked me. Somehow this movie captures so many, like, deep feelings and things I've experienced. And I know it's so universal for so many people, but they do it so well.
I'm not that girl.
And then he does a little look back for her. He does a look back for her. And she thinks she's not that girl. Like, girlie, who do you think he's looking back for?
Wishing only wounds the heart.
Wishing only wounds the heart? Pain. Okay, time to bring the popcorn out because I'm skipping dinner for this, okay? It's late. I don't have time. This is a long movie. This is honestly cursed. And it might be just because, you know, growing up watching the Hunger Games. But this feels so cursed.
Father, this is Buck, the boy I wrote to you about.
Oh, yes. Governor Throp, good to meet you.
My 3 least favourite characters all in one room together.
About the line coven, Dr. Dillman. I think about that day a lot.
We know he does. The way he just looks at her with such intensity and longing. Jonathan Bailey is the master of the longing stare. Like, if anyone knows how to do it, it's him. Again, that's why I'm asking. Put him in a rom-com immediately.
Linda, you're wonderful.
She saw the simp jump out of him and got the ick. I don't even blame her. Honestly, can I even blame Nessa Rose for becoming a villain? Because if the one man that asked you out was Bok, me and Bok, then maybe she has every right to become a villain. I would become a villain too, actually. Never mind. I may lay off of her a little bit. She really waited until the last second to invite her. When she's about to, like, leap off the platform. If I arrived to a city and people start moving like that, I would turn around and go back. They greet you with the robotic movements. I'm leaping. I'm going. I'm so annoyed because I spoiled this like cameo for myself because on the day that the soundtrack came out, I looked at the soundtrack and then it said Kristen Chenoweth and Idina Menzel and I was like, oh, there we go. spoiler, because I had no idea if they were going to be in this or not, and I was so mad that I spoiled it for me like the hour before I was going to go to the cinema. But I'm so glad they included them. Is it controversial to say though that my favourite piece of Kristen Chenoweth media is Glee? I loved her as whatever she played, Miss Holiday.
Arriving from the sky. Maybe he is here to fulfill.
Okay, Teen Beach Movie.
Can he reach?
Who sagely sailed in to save our posteriors?
I love this segment of the song. It just feels so upbeat and groovy.
Two good friends, two best friends.
Oh, that's such a pure moment. For me, this lasts like 40 minutes of the movie. Peak cinema. I think they did this last 40 minutes so well. It really amped up the pace, especially the more it goes on. Because I feel like maybe the middle part would be the slowest part of the movie technically. Like the first hour is really fast paced. The 1 hour to 2 hour mark, a little bit slower. But then the 2 hour mark to the 2 hour 40 mark, we're on a sprint. But because all of this is in part 1, I can't help but think how like depressing part 2 is going to be. It's going to be such a tone shift. It's going to be so much darker. When I saw this for the first time in the theatre, I was genuinely quite scared. Like, I was quite spooked. I thought they did this whole robot wizard thing so well. Like, it's just so intimidating. And I feel like the one in the theatre captures it more than this one here in the movie. There's just something about the one in the theatre, okay? You have to experience it to know. But it's intimidating. That is scary. I think it's the red lighting as well that they accompany it with.
Throp.
A man. I never sound that happy when I say a man.
I give you the Oz of tomorrow.
I love that the plans for the Yellow Brick Road weren't finished here and that Glinda and Elphaba both collectively decided what the road colour was going to be. It adds such a nice touch to it.
One deserves the chance to fly.
I do love as well that Defying Gravity is like a combination of all the other songs, because he just said they're like, everyone deserves a chance to fly, and we have that in Defying Gravity, and then some things from The Wizard and I are put into Defying Gravity, so basically it's just a culmination. Is that what you say? Is that the word? Accumulation? Anyway, it's a collection of all those songs, and it really does show how she's grown.
Away with the moon.
Is that?
Boo.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I couldn't miss your big moment. Neither could you, I see.
Do you think she was just worried that Glinda was going to get in the way of her plans, and that's why she seemed so disgusted that Glinda was there? Just a thought.
Dearie, I myself can only read a word or two, and that took years.
Talk about a flop. Took you years to read 2 words? Couldn't be me. Why did this kind of go off though? Why was she spitting bars? Yeah, I hate this bit. It's awful. Okay, wait. Pause. Yeah, what I was going to say was, like, go see the theatre version, because again, this part is so haunting in the theatre. I don't feel like the movie version of the monkey's transformations is as horrifying as it is in the theatre.
We hoped for eyes in the skies.
Yes, they'll make perfect spies. Spies.
Their ugly personas really came out there.
And you've known all along, since the day you met me. You will benefit too, dearie.
Top 10 animated portrayals. Don't. What I want to say as well is really powerful about that moment there when she doesn't want Madame Morrible to touch her is that's the way she's been treated this entire movie, but it's just been based on looks. The one time Elphaba's treated someone like that is because of their personality and not their looks.
To bring folks together is to
give them a real good enemy. Again, the way they constructed this narrative about Elphaba was masterfully done. They could do a masterclass on it. Get them on masterclass.com, honestly. I wouldn't pay for their course, but they can teach you about marketing, these two. Maybe they should be my lecturers.
Read it. You can't, can you?
Music to my ears. Oh, and then this part is so horrifying because obviously they're falling because they don't know how to fly. God, again. First time in the cinema, jumped out my seat. I was like, when did I sign up for a horror movie?
Where are you going?
He did say he'd lead her up. He did. And he wasn't wrong. I hate how everything in this movie is foreshadowed so meticulously that when you listen to any song back, it's like, ah, they said it all along. That's embarrassing. Stop trying so hard. Go away. Get a hobby.
Get a job. Stay away from her.
Oh, you know what's so tragic as well? Like, Glinda was so foregoing of Elphaba. She didn't even think it. She just went for it and she was going to join her. It was just going to be them two. But then later on when she has a chance to think, everything changes and that's so sad. Bro, there was a man under that. He's so dead. Yeah, 1 down, 10 to go.
Elfie!
Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go! Oh, Defying Gravity hit so hard. People aren't happy that they split it up into so many different sections. I can't really speak on it because I'm only a new Wicked fan, but I don't mind it.
I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy too. I hope you're proud.
All these two worked so well together. The way they bounced off of each other, their acting combined, they were unstoppable. And the harmonizing, unstoppable.
She is evil. Responsible for the mutilation of these poor, innocent monkeys.
I hate how well they crafted their narrative and how this is so true for a lot of things in the real world.
This distortion. This...
Like, the irony in them saying this distortion when they're the ones distorting reality.
Don't be afraid. I'm not afraid.
Ooh.
It's the wizard who should be afraid of me.
That's right. Ooh, yes, make a man shake. And not in a good way.
No.
I can't want it.
Like, the way she just sacrificed there, like, it's not even that she doesn't want it, it's just she can't. Because it can't be a possibility.
I'm through with playing by the rules of someone else's game.
Vocals were vocaling. Can they have these two perform this at the next Oscars or something? Get them in the Oscars stage now. Ooh, I'm never gonna get tired of this version of Defying Gravity. It is on repeat. It's on rotation. These musty people just needed a hobby, I'm telling you. They're such losers.
Quickly. Get on.
What? And then she has a moment to think here and she doesn't join her, whereas in the hot air balloon, Glinda just went for it. And I hate this bit because when these two come to the decision that they're not going to do this together, heartbreaking.
Are you coming?
No, she's not. And there's the realization. And see, she gave her the other part of her outfit, the cape.
Emotional damage.
So slay though. Oh, this bit's so epic though. The way she jumps and then she says, "It's a me." Oh, me and my friend were bawling my eyes out in this moment in the cinema. Anyway, that's the end of Wicked. I don't have much to say at the end because that last part of Defying Gravity always gets me. I think it's just like Cynthia Erivo sounds so powerful that her voice just makes me cry. Also, the context of it all makes me cry. But like, man, does she have some pipes when she sings? Like, that is so impactful. I don't know how you don't feel moved by her singing there and the context of it all. But I don't know why my tears have just decided to gather like in the corner. It's really annoying. Anyway, if you don't cry at least once watching Wicked, you're doing it wrong. I don't know what to say. It's like a rule, okay? In the club, we all crying. But yeah. Oh my goodness. What a 2 hours and 30 minutes that was. It's an impeccable 2 hours and 30 minutes. I absolutely love as well that scene of her in the sky. That is cinema, okay? That is absolute cinema. Ooh, put that on my gravestone. But yeah, no, we've sat here for a long time. It's probably been like a 40-minute YouTube video, maybe an hour-long one. We'll see what Universal allows. I'm not going to think they're going to allow much. Yeah, when I watched that in cinema for the first time, I bawled my eyes out to the Ozdos ballroom scene and this Defying Gravity moment. This Defying Gravity moment's always going to get me. The Ozdos ballroom also, but like not today. Just, I wasn't in the most crying mood, but this can get me no matter what. Ooh, Cynthia Erivo, Ariana Grande. You two powerhouses. Okay. I cannot wait for part 2 to come out in like, oh, this year now. It comes out this year. So that's some good news for this year. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining me. I will be down in the comments. We can discuss this movie together. Again, Happy New Year. Hope you're having a good time. And feel free to check out some of my videos. I'll put them up on the screen in a minute. And feel free to check out either one. Okay. Bye. It's amazing.